1. Hook. Imagine waking up one day to find that your AWS bill has skyrocketed to 100,000 rupees. What if I told you that it all came down to one simple setting? Stick around, and I'll show you how to avoid this disaster and keep your cloud costs in check. One wrong setting can lead to unexpected costs. In cloud computing, it's easy to lose track of expenses, especially when you're juggling multiple services. 3. The simple explanation: AWS is a pay-as-you-go service, which sounds great until you realize that every little thing can add up. Think of it like a buffet. If you pile your plate high without watching the price, you could end up with a hefty bill. In AWS, this buffet includes services like EC2 instances, S3 storage, and data transfer. Each of these has its own pricing model. If you're not careful, you could be paying for resources you don't need. 4. Real-world example. Let's look at a real-world example from a startup I consulted for. They launched an application on AWS and set up an EC2 instance to handle traffic. Initially, they were on the free tier, but as they gained traction, they upgraded to a larger instance. The problem? They didn't configure the auto-scaling settings properly. Instead of scaling down during off-peak hours, the instance remained running at full capacity. In 1 month, they racked up costs of 100,000 rupees. Here's how that broke down: 40,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees, 15,000 rupees, 35,000 rupees. All of this could have been avoided with a few simple changes. 5. What to do instead. Here's a framework to manage your AWS costs effectively. Step 1. Set budgets and alerts. Go to the billing dashboard. Set a budget threshold. Enable alerts for when you reach 80% of your budget. This gives you a heads up before it's too late. Step 2. Optimize EC2 instances. Use the AWS pricing calculator to estimate costs for different instance types. Choose the right instance type based on your workload. Set up auto-scaling to adjust capacity based on demand. Step 3. Monitor unused resources. Regularly check for unused or underused resources. Release any elastic IPs not in use. They cost 2 rupees per hour. Delete S3 buckets or objects that are no longer needed. Step 4. Optimize data transfer. Use CloudFront for content delivery. It can reduce data transfer costs. Analyze data transfer and eliminate unnecessary transfers. Consider using VPC endpoints for private access. Step 5. Regularly review costs. Schedule monthly reviews of your AWS usage and costs. Use AWS Cost Explorer to visualize spending patterns. Adjust your strategies based on what you find. 6. Common mistakes. Mistake 1. Ignoring the free tier. Many services have free tier options. Always start there to minimize costs. Mistake 2. Not utilizing auto-scaling. Forgetting to enable auto-scaling can lead to over-provisioning. Set it up during the initial instance launch. Mistake 3. Not tagging resources. Without tagging, you lose track of what resources are being used for. Always tag resources by project or team to easily monitor costs. Mistake 4. Leaving instances running. Developers sometimes leave instances running after hours. Implement an automatic shutdown schedule. Mistake 5. Not reviewing the billing dashboard regularly. Failing to check the billing dashboard can lead to surprises. Make it a routine. Check weekly or bi-weekly for unexpected charges. 7. Quick checklist. Set budget and alerts in AWS billing dashboard. Optimize EC2 instance types based on current needs. Review and release unused resources regularly. Implement CloudFront for data transfer savings. Schedule monthly cost reviews. 8. Summary plus CTA. To recap, a single AWS setting can lead to unexpected costs, just like my example of the startup that lost 100,000 rupees. By setting budgets, optimizing your instances, and regularly reviewing costs, you can avoid falling into the same trap. Don't let cloud costs surprise you. If this video helped you understand AWS better, drop a comment below with your experiences or questions. And don't forget to subscribe for more actionable tech insights. Bonus practical tip: if you're unsure what to pick, start with the simplest option that ships today. Then measure for 7 days, latency, errors, deploy time, and cost. Only upgrade when metrics force the decision, not fear.